In metaphor Refantazia, the protagonist, canonically known as Will, is in possession of a book. It is a fantasy novel describing a world far removed from the one Will knows. Hailing from the Elder tribe, Will finds himself at the bottom of a strict social caste system. The United Kingdom of Ucronia is home to a multitude of different racial groups, and people openly discriminate against those of races lower on the ladder. Ucronia is ruled by a theocracy, with the state religion of Sanctism preaching the discrimination. The fantasy world in Will's book is free from all racial prejudices. Its leaders are elected democratically with a popular vote, and political violence is shunned. And much unlike Ucronia, in this fantasy land, there is no magic. The book was written by a character in-game named Moore, who describes it as his vision of Utopia, a perfectly functioning society in which everybody's needs are provided for, a place where all its citizens live happily, in unity and at peace with one another. It is Moore's, and by extension Will's, dream to bring Utopia to Ucronia, to imagine and build a world better than the one they are currently living in. The book in metaphor Refantazia and its author Moore is based on a real book from the 16th century written by Sir Thomas More. There's many parallels between metaphor Refantazia and the life of Sir Thomas More and his book on Utopia. Metaphors More has been imprisoned in a tower by the king, much like Thomas More was after serving as the Lord High Chancellor under Henry VIII, and refusing to acknowledge the king's marriage annulment to Catherine of Aragon and the succession of Anne Boleyn as Queen of England. The King of Ucronia, Hythlodius V, takes his name from the main character in Thomas More's book, who travels to Utopia and describes the perfect society he witnessed. The truth is that most of these supposed utopias require the oppression of some other group to make it possible. In Rapture, all public services were privatized. This created a large class divide, with none of the city's objectivist elitist citizens willing to do work that they felt was beneath them, eventually leading to Rapture's downfall. Even in Utopia, somebody has to work in waste management. In the original vision of Utopia by Thomas More, these lowly jobs are performed by slaves. Although thieves in Utopia are not punished by death, they are instead sentenced to a life of slavery. While you can file for divorce on terms of adultery, the adulterer is condemned to slavery. There is religious tolerance unless you choose to believe in no God at all, but if you try to convert someone too aggressively, sorry, it's slavery for you. Slaves are immobilized with chains of gold, made to work much harder than regular citizens, and are whipped if they are seen to be slacking off. Surely Utopia does not seem very utopian to its slaves. The closer you look at More's Utopia, the more of a dystopia it appears.